Are you paying just the minimum on your credit cards and wondering why it's taking you forever to get out of credit card debt? The minimum payment trap is a phenomenon plaguing a significant number of Americans and keeping them in debt. Paying only the minimum on your credit cards over time costs you significantly more money and takes you significantly more time in order to pay them off. So why does this happen? Because it's precisely what the banks want to happen. The minimum payment is typically set as 1 to 3% of the total balance plus interest. That payment first goes to fees, then goes to interest, and then there's a little left over that goes towards the principal. So let's walk through a quick example. Let's say you have $5,000 outstanding in credit card debt. For the typical credit card APR, that would result in a payment that's between $100 to $150 per month. If you pay solely this amount monthly, it would take you a little over 5 years to pay off that debt, and by the time you're done, you will have spent around $3,000 in just interest. Which means that instead of paying $50 for that dinner that you charged to your card, you actually ended up paying closer to $80 for that dinner, which might not have been worth it to you at that price. Okay, so what do you do instead? So we understand that it might be difficult to fathom going above and beyond in this area. So we're gonna segment this into a good, better, best. So good. If you're already struggling to make the minimum payment, I understand that paying more sounds really difficult. But again, paying just the minimum is truly financially disastrous. So let's start with how can we just get $20 extra per month on the payment? This doesn't have to be all at once. Try making an extra payment of $5 each week with thinking about a small sacrifice that you can make here and there to be able to apply it to your credit card balance. Now, if you do this consistently, what that means is that for the $5,000 in debt that I referenced earlier that would have taken you 5 years to pay off, you reduce that payback period to 4 years and you reduce the interest that you've paid over that time by around $700. So let's move on to better. If you can actually afford to make a more significant monthly payment, what you should actually do is find an opportunity to port that balance over to a new credit card that will allow you to transfer at 0% APR for a fixed amount of time. You typically get between 18 and 24 months. Utilize that time frame to significantly and aggressively pay down that debt each month. And obviously over that time, this will significantly reduce the amount of interest that you've paid on that loan. All right, and then lastly, to the best option. Credit cards obviously have a ton of value in terms of both convenience, but then also in terms of the points and the benefits package that you receive with some of them. If you want to be able to utilize them for their value, but not also be exposed to the expense, what you should do is charge things on the credit card that you only intend to pay off in that month, and then pay it before the interest fees hit, which allow you to get the best of both worlds.